So I'm recording this video at like 2 a.m. on a Thursday, which if you're a no-life like me, you realize that this time in particular, well, it's important. If I were trying to achieve heaven, this would be the point. But I mean, who needs heaven when Genshin Impact is right here in Star Rail? If you would join me as I pull up Genshin's Twitter real quick, you can clearly see that the new banners have been leaked. Which is perfect fucking timing, by the way. I was gonna go to sleep. Anyway, duty calls, and I bet you're wondering if these banners are even worth it. You're in luck because I'm here again to direct all of your Genshin Impact choices. I mean, at this point, just give me your account. Okay, honestly, the last thing I need right now is another alt account. Hell, 4 accounts across Genshin and Honkai is tough already. Pulling the content curtain back up though, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this video. Yes, I'm tired and hungry. Relatable. Now, what characters are actually in these banners? If you're an audio listener and didn't tab in earlier when I pulled up the tweet, then this is the part where you listen up. Turn that lo-fi beats to study and relax to down just a peg. For your sake, of course. The 5 stars are Kokomi and the Wanderer. That's obvious enough if you paid attention during the live stream. But the 4 stars now, that's the interesting part. The 4 stars on the banner are Yanfei, Rosaria, and most importantly, Farazan. If it weren't for Farazan, I would have went to bed with a fucking pool noodle, but I am full mast right now. I'm not above making dick jokes. I mean, I play Genshin Impact. It's either that or I talk to minors on Discord. Now that doesn't mean Yanfei and Rosaria are bad units. Rosaria is a great cryo support and can be very important to specific comps like Melt and Permafreeze. She's even a good physical support if you want to build her that way as well and have her C6.
Do you like meat?
If you want to use her semi-competitively, not that Genshin is really a competitive game, then you definitely need to nab her C2. And as for Yanfei, pretty good DPS if you don't have any other units. I'm not really a stalwart Yanfei hater, that's just me being funny. But still, the numbers, or more importantly the lack of numbers, speak for themselves. Most hypercarry 4 stars can at least hold their own against their 5-star counterparts.
Do you like meat?
But Yanfei falls pretty short most of the time. And before you post your Yanfei damage numbers in the comments or send a Paimon-themed pipe bomb to my mailbox, having Bennett and Mona on your team doesn't count. My left fucking toenail can do 1 million damage with Bennett and Mona. This next part feels pretty redundant to me since the character's been haunting my mind for months. When it comes to Farazan, you need Farazan. Especially if you're like me and have every animo character miHoYo has released thus far. Now there is a catch to this. Although Farazan at C0 is a decently solid character, if you really want to use the extent of her kit, then you need her C6. But this isn't anything new. Farazan for animo teams is like Kujosara for electro teams, except that Farazan is easier to use and well, people actually run her. I am saying this as a C6 Kujosara haver, by the way. That extra crit damage is gonna make my Zhao
In friggin' fuego! Pardon my Spanish.
Everybody likes a 1 to 10 rating scale, so I'll give it a shot. Throw my poggers into the ring. You know, I honestly can't fucking believe that that was an actual post that somebody made. They didn't run it to the, If you don't need Farazan, which, if you're pulling for the Wanderer, I mean, I hope you either know what you're doing or you already have her C6, then I would give the 4 stars on the banner a 4 out of 10. And that 4 out of 10 is being held up by Rosaria like she's Atlas. If you really need Yanfei, then why didn't you pull for Klee? Okay, enough bashing. I can feel my blood pressure rising higher than the success of this channel. Wink. If you need Farazan, then definite 12 out of 10 would pull again. I'll discuss the 5 stars briefly because I plan to make a more in-depth video about them, but just for a little TLDR. The Wanderer is big animo damage, kinda hybrid carry, also kinda supporting damage enabler Chad. And Kokomi is big heals, easy Hydra application, also kind of a funny damage meme going on if you want a clam max. I told you it'd be brief. I mean, big ups if you could understand any of that. I mean, in my case, I have both of them, but they're both completely different units. As for who has more overall value, watch the video that hasn't come out yet, dummy. Just kidding, I love you. Mwah. Anyway, I give the 5-star selection on the Genshin Impact menu this patch a solid 7 out of 10, at least concerning the second half. First half was kind of cringe. With that out of the way, what about the weapon banner? Now, if you're a free-to-play, or at most a Welkin enjoyer, you probably don't care too much about the weapon banner. But hey, some of you might be close to pity, like I am, surprisingly. I never pull on the weapon banner. Like legit, I don't think I've ever gotten a 5-star from the weapon banner on my main, and I've been playing since like 1.2. My only 5-star weapon is fucking Lost Prayer, and I have that on the Wanderer. Concerning both the Wanderer and Kokomi's signature weapon, you definitely need the Wanderer's more than Kokomi's. This isn't exactly saying you need either, as Sterling Tales works just fine for Kokomi and the Wit Sith works well for the Wanderer, both having complementary substats and passive for their respective character. Let's talk about the 4-star weapons. Can we talk about the 4-star weapons? I've been dying to talk about the 4-star weapons. They are complete ass. Wine and Song's passive doesn't even work that well with the Wanderer because his unique stamina system apparently isn't cool enough. Funnily enough, Wine and Song works better for Kokomi than it does the Wanderer because of the substat. As for the other 4 stars on the banner, is it even worth talking about them? Favbo, Lion's Roar, Dragon's Bane, and the fucking bell. The bell. The bell. Ironically, if you already don't have the bell, it might be a solid find considering that one of the upcoming characters is flaunting that shit. If that were me, I'd rather shove it up my my urethra than hold it out with any inkling of pride. TLDR, weapon banner is going to get an easy 3 out of 10 for me. The 5-star weapons aren't needed to complete their kit, and the 4-stars are definitely not enticing enough to pump that number up. Them's the breaks, Paimon. Come up with better banners or else that NRE is going to turn into a PRE. That means Paimon ready to eat. So yeah, overall, the banners for this update are pretty niche considering what you need for your account. It's honestly just a banner before a big patch. Trying to squeeze you out of your precious primals before they drop a new continent. I mean, it's obviously going to work on me. I have a problem. It definitely could be worse though. We could always have another Tartaglia rerun. I'd recommend you save unless you need Farazan or one of the 5-stars. Or the bell. I hope this video has been insightful or fuck, it at least made you laugh. That'd be pretty cool. If you came for my Star Rail content, then you're in luck because a Blade video is
coming at you.
If you enjoyed my 2 a.m. schizo ramblings, then definitely leave a like and subscribe. But most importantly, comment. I will reply to that shit.